scene as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they loved their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the New York Giants. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Lance, a give now to Sermon. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing now is Lance. And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards. Touchdown, 49ers! And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On 1st down, Lance. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
Here's Sermon. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Sermon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too. You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing Jones. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Ooh, with a juke. Jukes by again. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on second down. Jones. Open man, he's got him. It's Toney for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Sermon with space, a first down, and then some. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a play fake. Lance. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 2nd down, it's Sermon. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Giants 7.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Buying time to his left. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. They give to Sermon out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And Lance will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff. Sermon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On the handoff, Sermon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Sermon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. to throw. Jones going deep downfield for Ross. And it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
On second down, another shot for Sermon.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check 26, check 26. Check 59.
Lance now on first down.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Here we go.
Now a run with Sermon.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And now a fumble. The ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
No doubt they were hoping for 7 points out of this drive, CD. The good news, they could at least salvage 3 because that ball went bouncing out of bounds.
Yeah, how about the bounce that they got? They kept them in field goal range. You're exactly right. They get a chance to get 3 points out of it and not cost themselves.
The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that up? And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for the Giants.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
After the sack on first down, Jones, he dumps it off to Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Here's Jones. Off play action. Looking for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
James has got it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Working from the gun, Lance.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From the 45 on 2nd down, Lance.
He'll find Sermon out of the backfield.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange some.
Touchdown, 49ers! A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground.
Finding room at the 30.
And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the 1st quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before break. Jones. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
Jones on first down. Going up top. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Off play action. Jones escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Jones now throwing on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Julian Love picks it, and the 49ers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Sermon with space, a first down and then some. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And they've had little to no success stopping him on the ground all game long because that's his third touchdown of the game, and by far the best touchdown of the bunch. They came to this game knowing that they needed to rely on him, and the defense knew they needed to slow him down, yet he's delivered in a big way, and he's been sensational.
Yeah, he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Off the play fake, Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
Let's bring it. Let's 57, 57's right. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch the safety creep. 79. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. On 4th down, Jones eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now it's Sermon.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third.
A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance.
They'll roll him out right.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
158 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back to Sermon on first down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down.
Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Dancing to his left. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And just a yard to go here on second down.
Back to throw. Jones. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 27. It's a big-time play there for the G-men.
The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. To Barkley on the check down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Giants! Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Jones throwing for it.
Escaping the pressure right. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but
The turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Able to avoid him at the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 177 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
59 mark, check, 59. Rip right. Mike's 59.
Here's Sermon. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Sermon, 56 yards. And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone, and with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is,
and this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Giants. John Ross, 85 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now down to 20. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
From the gun, Sermon fighting him off. And some room to roam now. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Sermon, 43 yards. And the Niners sure look like they're going to be moving to 8-1 as they add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked by Julian Love. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. This is Sermon. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Sermon, 33 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Jones on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones going deep downfield for Ross. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And now another one thrown incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. 2nd down, here's an option right. And he is going to lose yardage here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 17. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Slide for the PAT.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
That'll be caught. It's Toney.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw again.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for the Giants.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Flush to his right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up